Hey, Rob with Metric Realties. We have another website build challenge. So our goal is to give something better to Davey. And again, this is a potential client, but give something better to him that he currently has, which is basically a website. There's no other thing. There's not a search on a site. To search on a site, you actually have to go to here and go to a couple of clicks away. There's not a home buyer or seller dashboard, and there's not an agent dashboard to work from. So the first thing you're going to do is sign up for free with Metric Realties, and we're going to try to give Davey a better experience for him and his clients. Once you sign up, like I said, you'll have option 1, which is just to provide your current URL, and we'll make it better. Option 2, fill out this little form, and our AI will build your site and make it better. Or option 3, you can do it yourself. I'm going to do it yourself just so, again, it's so I can show you guys how to do it. Step 1, pick a domain. Select and continue. Since it's a sample site, I'll go ahead and just simply fill out some of this information here with my data. The outbound email, you'll want to put an email in here that you don't always use. It's going to be something just for notifications. You're going to forward your email into this domain, but in this area, you're just using this for notifications, so it's kind of a secondary email you might want to put there. Since he didn't have a domain, a logo, I decided to make one for him. Obviously, he doesn't have to take it. For you agents out there, there's lots of good logo makers out there that are free, or even that you might have to pay for a minimal fee. I would suggest designing your own. It's pretty simple. Next thing you're going to do is go to preset colors. I'm going to do custom colors and assume kind of like a black and white and silver theme, just kind of what he currently has. There's lots of sites out there that you can pick from to use, but that will give you color palettes and give you RGB codes and so forth. So you can pick your own, create your own, or they'll have different types of palettes that you can pick from as well. ColorSpire is a pretty good one. You can upload some pictures and then pick the pictures that you want, and they'll create a bunch of different colors for you like this. Once I have my colors picked out, I'm going to click select and continue. Come to this page, you'll see search for your broker. So if your broker's on here, you'll be able to see it. If you're an agent, you can create your own broker. So just create your own, and then you can pick the cities that you want to be involved with. If you click accept, this means that you're going to be searchable in our database for other brokers, other agents, and home buyers and home sellers. You can advertise your commission here if you want to. Remember, there's lots of firms that will let you be a DBA and let you advertise your own brand without having to be a broker. Select and continue. Subscription, I'm going to do the yearly, the Prosper. Select and continue. Theme, I'm going to do Jasmine. Select and continue. Payment, you don't have to do that. Skip it. Publish it. Now, what you'll notice is that it will publish, and it's going to publish everything, your agent dashboard, your home buyer and seller dashboard. You'll notice here it says the name of your domain plus .metric realties. We'll provide you with a link if and when you decide to go forward with a link that will take that off so that it'll just be .com. It won't have Metric Realties on it. Then you'll come to this and you can start designing your content and doing your web content, which is all this information down below. We'll go through that real quickly. You're going to put your home slider in, and it's as simple as picking a picture that you like, adding text. And the beautiful part about it is you as an agent can change this as many times as you want. So as a season occurs, as things happen, you can change and update your messaging. About section, add a little bit about yourself. And here regarding your agency, you can add a button simply by putting the button name and then the external link. So that could link back to your brokerage firm if you needed it to, or it could link someone else, or you can go ahead and link it to anywhere you want. Pretty simple. Again, just the name, button name, and then put in the URL. Here's where you would add frequently asked questions. You would simply put whatever the question is, answer, and then submit it. Again, very simple. You can also do it with the seller and other questions. So you can add as many questions as you want there. Highlights might be things like this that you might want to highlight. Nice thing about it is that Davey already has a lot of this in. So here's where you would put buyer steps, and it's as simple as clicking add new. And then the benefit for him again is that he can change and update these steps easily rather than having to talk to a designer or a web guy or a web person. So it's as simple as copy and pasting, and he can create his own. Same on the sell side. And you can add as many steps as you want to, obviously. Terms and condition, whatever you want to do. Most likely your broker has some terms and conditions. Just simply copy and paste. Web publicity, put a counter, how many times, like for example, how long you've been in business, how many homes you've sold, and so forth. What you'll see is I added a couple of things real quickly. Video text, very simple. Good news is that he has a web channel. So all you have to literally do is go to share this, go to embed, pick this part of the URL right in here. I'm sorry, this part of the video. Copy, add it, and go ahead and you can embed this. Now that's on your site. The good news is that you can change it on a continuous basis, so you can update it, again, very easily on your own. Go ahead and upload an image and hit submit. For testimonials, you can just upload them, happy client, whatever you want here. Add additional information maybe to the YouTube channel here. You can add different types of buttons and areas to your site. So for example, this will go to certain spots. You can add different types of buttons and things to your site, so these go to different areas of your site, so it's quickly completed. You can easily go ahead and create buttons and so forth to your site so that it can go to different areas inside your site. So this would be like buyer steps, and it would be able to be clicked on and go to that particular site or area of your site. And the rest of this is self-explanatory, right? License, contact information, locations. Social app, just simply go to the URL and provide your link, and that'll link your different types of Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and so on. Then you publish the site. Okay, so we about finished putting some things in. And remember, this is very quick, right? 10 minutes to go ahead and put it in. When you put in all the data, it will be any better. We published it. We're going to click website. And then the verdict is who won. So what site sells Davey better? Which site sells him better? This would be obviously his homes. Right, he doesn't have a search on it. He has a contact me, right? If you want to search for something, you have to go to Compass and search, right? So take it off Davi's site. So that's an issue where he can right here. You can search. He's in Hollywood, so search in Hollywood, and boom, you get all the information. It stays on his site. His clients stay on his site. It's branded him. So I think we win. And here's another thing. His clients can log in. So let's look at what the buyer and seller see when they log in. I actually don't see a login, but we'll log in on with the Metric Realty's page. So I'm going to register on his site, creating an account. I confirm my account, so I'll log in. And you see that it's still branded Davi, not Compass. Not that that's bad, but I'm just saying our goal is to brand the agent. So I'm logging into his site. You see his branding, and boom, I get his branding. I get to be able to put in, if I want to create a request, I can create a request. That's one side of it. And what else do I get when I work with Metric Realties? I also get an agent dashboard. So on my agent side, I get to see everything that comes in as well. So anything that my clients, remember I told you earlier that this is where you would go ahead and any emails that you're using now, you would then go ahead and forward to your email address here, this email address, and then all of your tickets would come here. And I'll show you what that looks like when I create a ticket and I do it on a mobile phone. You can kind of see what this looks like on the overall on the website. I'm going to do it on the mobile, and I'll add to it. So let's say there was a client that was interested in a property, and so they are going to just simply create a request. This is something, again, that you don't have currently, or this particular potential client doesn't have. And let's say they were looking at this property, they were on your site, and they were searching. Again, kept on your site, and they saw this property. everything branded. And they said, well, yeah, I like that property. What they can do now is they can start an offer, they can list the property, they can schedule an inspection, they can do all of that right here. But let's say they wanted to just request disclosures. They could do that. And when they send this ticket to you, what it does is it creates a ticket on your dashboard. So they just send that over to you. You then have a ticket on your dashboard that you and your team can then respond to on your agent dashboard. And what that looks like is this. So when you're working from your dashboard, it will look like this, right? That client sent over a request. You'll be able to click on it. And the nice thing about it is when you're on the go, whatever, you'll be able to see it. Your team will be able to click on it. You'll be able to see all the information that they're chatting with about you. They'll be able to see the information. Remember, so you get to see all the data right there, and then you can respond back to this particular person. And they'll see it on their ticket. And here's the great thing. Not only will you have a transaction folder, but your client on their folder will also have a transaction folder, right? So on their request, if they go to their request, so here's your client's folder here, right? And let's say they wanted to see the transaction. This will automatically create a transaction folder for them that'll keep all the documents that you've created for them, all the communication, and one nice folder for them. That's how great it is, and it'll keep the same thing for you. So that's what it does. I would say that overall, we win. Metric Realties has a better site with more features than the current site. So hopefully you'll decide to come on board. Thank you for everything.